Okay, hello Ingrid, Samuela, Santiago. Good evening for everybody. Welcome to our new session of It's Time to Talk. Great. We are going to keep on studying the use of modal verbs. We started last session with can, could, may, and might. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and we are going to start with this one. One is here. This one. We are going to start with a question like this. What can you, or the negative for what can't you do in a, and what can't you do in a? So this is the question we are going to start with. What can you do in a, and we are going to talk about different places, different traditional places, and what can't you do in a, we are going to talk about different places. So right now we have here, let me see, we have 4 students, Ingrid, Paula, Samuel, and Santiago. Then we are going to start with Santiago. Santiago, what can you do? What can, the positive, the affirmative, no? What can you do in a hospital? Tell me 2 things you can do in a hospital and 2 things you can't do in a hospital, Santiago.
2 things that I can do in a hospital. Sit in a chair. I don't know, and take a check of the doctor.
Take a what?
A check.
Okay.
And 2 things that I can do. Smoke in the hospital.
Okay, you can't smoke in the hospital, that's right. What else?
Yeah, and I think that eat something inside of the hospital. I think that is
Okay.
forbidden.
Maybe in some towns or in some specific places of the hospital you can't eat. No? Maybe
Yeah.
there is a cafeteria or a restaurant there you can eat. But when you are, for example, in a patient's room, you can't eat. Okay, good. Now, Ingrid, you are going to tell me, you are going to answer these 2 questions related to a library. Tell me 2 things you can do in a hospital and 2 things you can't do in a hospital.
In a hospital or library?
No, sorry, in a library.
Okay.
In a library.
Okay. In a library, I can read. In a library, I can research about a specific topic. And I can't speak loudly. And I can't dancing on the tables.
Dance.
Dance.
Oh, dancing. Okay. Remember,
Dance.
when we are using that can, the following verb is regular one.
Okay.
Person can dance, can talk, can smoke. You don't add ing. Okay. You can dance. Good. Okay, let's continue with Samuel. Samuel, you're going to think about 2 things you can do in a restaurant and 2 things you can't do in a restaurant.
In the restaurant, we can eat. and drink, and we can't maybe run and put loud music.
Okay, well done. And finally, Paula. Paula, can you speak? Are you there?
Hello, yes, I can.
Okay, we are using can, so that's why I use the question. Okay, Paula, you're going to answer these two questions regarding regarding a school. Okay, a school. Tell me, what two things can you do in a school, and tell me two things you can't do in a school.
Okay. I can in the school ask question to the teacher. I can speak with friends, and I can't use my phone during class, and I can eat in the classroom.
Okay, well done. You can't use the mobile phone or the cell phone in the classroom. That's okay. That's very important. However, I think that I don't know in the schools, in the high schools, but for instance, at the university, you can use mobile phones, you can use laptops. I don't know. Paula, what are you studying now? Something different from English, from these English groups?
No,
No?
I'm working.
Okay, where do you work?
I work in ADR, Agencia de Desarrollo Rural.
Okay, if you are going to say uh, the letters, the first letters of a word of a company, you can tell them in English, no? AGR, for example, AGR, okay?
Okay.
But you have to take into account that the order of those abbreviations change from English to Spanish and from Spanish to English, no? It's not the same. Santiago, are you, I don't remember, are you a teacher, right?
Me?
Yes, no?
No, I'm not.
No. Okay. Samuel, are you studying something different from English here?
No, teacher, only this.
No? Okay, but I don't know, maybe nowadays the students, the children can use mobile phones or cell phones in the classroom, I suppose, because teachers are preparing too many lessons, too many activities using some apps that you can find in the mobile phone. Okay, we're going to continue. So remember that those can and can't, affirmative and negative form, are the most common modal verb that we use. And the other two verbs, may and might, are not quite used, but maybe may, it's more used when you are asking questions, no? As I said previously, may I help you? May I close the window? May I open the door? It's some kind of very formal, very formal questions. And might, if we're going to be very strict with the grammar rules, can is a general possibility. Can. Okay. Could is for past. May, is it possible that something will happen? But the chance or the opportunities that something will happen are higher, and might are lower. Okay, that's the difference. But in real language, we can use can, may, or might without any problem. And look at this. There is another way in order to use the verb poder in English. without using can, could, may, or might. And it's this structure, to be able, to be able to, right? To be able to. You know what does it mean to be able to in Spanish?
Ser capaz
Anyone
de.
knows? Yes. And it's similar to the meaning of can, no? Because can is a possibility, no? Is that you have the ability to do something, and to be able is the same. So when you say a sentence, you say a sentence like, I can swim, is the same as I am able to swim, no? I am able to swim. I can swim or I am able to swim is similar. You can say that can is like a synonym for able to, no? I can swim, I am able to swim. And in this, with this structure, you can use present, past, or future. What is the difference? The verb to be. So, for example, here is past. I was able to. Look at this. I was able to. So, I was able to. Yo fui capaz de. ¿No? Yo fui capaz de nadar. And the last one, the future, is I will be able to. Look at this. I will be able to. Yo seré capaz de. Yo seré capaz de. Look at this. I will be able to. So you can use can, you can use be able to, and there is not any problem. You can use both of them and there is not any problem, okay? Now, we are going to answer questions with could. We are using could. Remember that could is past of can, or a possibility, but we are going to look at this. For example, if I could, if I study, I could pass the test. Look at this. If I study, I could pass the test. Here, could is not the meaning, or it doesn't have the meaning of can in past, no? It's like in Spanish, podría, no? Hay una posibilidad, podría, ¿no? If I study, I could pass the test. Si yo estudio, yo puedo pasar el test. In some cases, remember that in some cases we have to try to translate the Spanish, some cases, in order to understand better the meaning of the words, ¿no? En algunos casos es necesario como hacer esa traducción del inglés al español para entender bien el significado de esas frases o de esas palabras, ¿no? Por ejemplo, acá. Eso se llaman los condicionales, ¿no? The conditionals. Si yo hago esto, pasa lo otro. If I study, si yo estudio, yo podría pasar. See, acá, here, there is a possibility. And the other one is I could go to the party last night. And in this example, could is only the past of can. I could go to the party. So we're going to answer a question with could. Let's think. What could you do when you were younger? Look at this question. What could you do when you were younger? I know that Samuel, Santiago, Paula, and even Ingrid are young, but when you are younger, what could you do? You are going to think about two things that you could do when you were younger. When you were, I don't know, maybe 15, 16, 17 years old. Okay, let's think about it. And we are going to start with Ingrid. What could you do when you were younger?
Yes. What could you do when you were younger? I could be a good volleyball player.
You could
Be
be
a
a
good
volleyball.
be.
Okay, a good
Mhm.
volleyball player. Did you play volleyball?
Yes.
Yes, and did you like it?
Yes, when I was younger, I played volleyball, but I quit. I-
Okay, you quit.
I quit. So I could be a good player if
Well, was there any reason to quit?
because I changed the sport for swimming.
Okay, you stopped
Yeah, I
playing
stopped
volleyball
playing volleyball.
and you started playing, I don't know, you started swimming.
Yeah, that's right.
Why? Why did you change?
Because I had a lesson
Okay, where?
in the knees.
Okay,
Yeah, so I had to change and the sport the most I don't know how to say that. The most recommended it was
Okay.
swimming.
Okay. And now are you practicing any sport?
Yes, I play tennis and I do yoga.
Okay, how often do you play tennis, Ingrid?
I play tennis 3 times in a week.
3 times a week. No,
A week.
no,
Yes.
3 times a week. Okay. Okay, let's go to Santiago. Santiago. Okay, no, Ingrid. Remember that I asked for 2 things that you could do when you were younger. That was only one. And the second one, what
The
could you do
second
when you were
one,
younger? Yes.
I could be, I could, I could learn, I could learn to play piano, but I start with guitar and I continued with the guitar.
Okay, so but you now you play the guitar.
The guitar,
No.
yes, and ukulele.
Ukulele. What do you like the most? What do you prefer? Guitar or
Now,
ukulele?
now I prefer the ukulele.
Okay, I don't know too much about music, but ukulele is a non-musical instrument because I don't know if I have heard about that instrument some time ago.
Can you repeat, please?
Is the ukulele an old instrument?
An old instrument?
Yes, because as I said, I don't know too much about music, but maybe 10, 20 years ago, I haven't heard about that instrument.
Yeah, it's the same like the guitar, the chords instrument, but we start to play here in Latin America. We can say recently,
Okay.
and now is like moda. I don't know how to say that.
Fashion.
Yeah,
In fashion.
yeah. But is in our tradition is like the cuatro.
Okay, but is there any difference between cuatro and ukulele, or it's the same?
It's the same chords, but the position of the chords is different.
How
So
many
the sound
chords?
is different. Four chords.
Okay, like the bass.
Yes, but this is a little instrument.
Okay, and the guitar has 6 chords, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Okay, thanks, Ingrid. Okay, what about you, Santiago? What could you do when you were younger?
I think that we can do many things.
Could. Remember, past. You could do many things.
We could do many things and like spending the time in something productive, like learning a new language and make exercise, practice a sport and something like that.
Okay. Hey, how old are you, Santiago?
17.
Okay, Marcus. You're so young. You're so young yet. But okay, maybe when you were 12, 13, you had the opportunity to start studying English, and you didn't take that opportunity. So that's something that you could do when you were younger. Okay. Paula, what about you? Paula.
When I was young, I could play the guitar, and I could swim without help when
Great.
I was 12 years.
Okay, swim and play the guitar. And now in this moment, you play the guitar and you can play the guitar and you can swim?
Yes,
Yes. Okay, so did you learn? Did you learn
yes, I
how
learned.
to play the guitar and how to swim? Okay. Did you study how to play the guitar? Did you take any course? Or how did you learn?
When I was 8 years, I received a class, yes,
Lessons.
yes,
Classes or
classes,
lessons? Okay.
lessons for the guitar and the piano.
Okay, you play the piano and the guitar, both of them?
And the ukulele too.
And the ukulele too. Okay, so you're a musician. And do you play only to have fun, or do you play in a band or in a group, or only for fun?
I have a band in the past when I was in the university.
Okay, and what kind of music did you play?
Pop music.
Okay, and do you play and sing or only play?
Play and sing.
Okay, and you sing pop music, but in English or in Spanish?
But ambas.
Both? Okay, both of them, English and Spanish. Okay, good. And we're going to finish with Samuel. Let me see.
Teacher, the
Santiago?
thing is
Samuel.
that I am 17 too.
Okay.
So
But maybe what could you do when you were, I don't know, 12, 13
no, I
years
think
old?
that I have the same abilities that I have now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, could you swim? Could you swim when you were 10 years old?
Yes.
Okay, did you take any lessons about how to swim?
Yes, I was in a academy.
Okay. And do you usually swim?
Now, no.
No, not now.
No.
Okay. Okay. Good, Samuel. Okay, let's continue. So remember, can, may, might, could. Now, We are going to answer all the questions. This one. Sometimes we say that can is for present, no? For present tense, but sometimes we can use with the meaning of future, no? Of plans. For example, what can you do this week? Okay, what can you do this week? We are talking about present because we are using can, but the meaning, the idea is to talk about the future, to talk about plans. So sometimes we can use this verb in order to make plans, to express some plans we have for the future. Then you are going to think about 2 things you can do this weekend. You can do on Saturday or you can do on Sunday. And we're going to start with Samuel. Samuel, what can you do this weekend? Can't hear you, Samuel.
Sorry, can you repeat?
What can you do this week?
Maybe go outside of my house, go to eat with friends, talk with my family.
Okay, maybe when you are going to say that you are going to go out with your friends, you can say an expression in English that is hang around. Hang around or hang out. Hang out or hang around. Okay, this one. It means that you are going to go out with your friends, to talk with your friends, okay?
Okay.
Just hang around. You can hang around. Okay, so that's what you can do this weekend. What about you, Ingrid? What can you do this weekend?
I can go to the cinema to watch Superman.
Oh my God, it is already on the cinema, that movie?
Yes, I think is today the premiere.
Oh, okay.
So
Do you
on the
like that
weekend,
kind of movies?
yes, I like it. And I heard good reviews, heard good comments.
Comments.
Yes.
Yes. Good comments about the movie. Okay. It is a good option for this weekend to go to the movies, to go to the cinema to watch that movie. And what else? What other thing you are going or you can do this week?
I think I can share some time with my family and hang out with my friends.
Okay. Do you like to go out at nights, Ingrid?
Now, not much, I prefer before 10
Before 10.
p.m. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Hey, okay, let's continue with Paula. Paula, what can you do this weekend?
I will be able to visit my grandparents and my parents, and I will be able to go to the church on Sunday.
On Sunday, okay. Do you usually go to the church on Sundays?
Yes, always, all days.
What time do you go?
Usually at 6 p.m.
At 6 p.m. Okay, the evening. Okay, you
It's
go to
correct.
the church in the evening. Okay, and do you usually go with your mother, father? I don't know. Who do you go with?
Usually with my father, my mother, and my little sister.
Okay, all the family go to the church. Okay, that's good. Okay, and we're going to finish with Santiago. Santiago, what can you do this weekend?
This weekend, maybe I go out with my friends, or I listen in a home.
Rest at home?
Yeah, rest at home.
Okay, you're going to rest, or you can rest, or you can be at home. Okay, now we are going to think about some things you could do yesterday, but you couldn't. I don't know why, but what you are going to think about one thing you could do yesterday, but you didn't do it, okay? Let's start with Paula. Paula, tell me one thing you could do yesterday, but you didn't do it. You couldn't do it.
Yesterday,
Yes.
I need to do exercise, but I didn't do because I have work.
Okay, but try to use the modal verb could, no? Yesterday, you could do exercise, but you couldn't because, okay?
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Try again, Paula, try again. So, try again.
Yesterday, I could go to the gym, but I couldn't because I have work in work chores.
Okay. Samuel, your turn.
I could um s- like go out maybe
Okay. But you
hang out with
couldn't.
my
Why?
friends.
But you couldn't.
I was working.
Okay, you couldn't because you were working. Okay. Santiago.
Yeah. Yesterday, I could cut my hair, but I couldn't because it was raining and I have to travel.
Okay, good. And Ingrid, final one.
Yesterday I could go to play tennis, but I couldn't because I was doing my English homework.
Okay, did you finish?
Yes, teacher, I finished.
And did you send it on time?
Yes, on time. Luckily.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, now I'm going to ask you questions about activities you can and you can't do. Okay, you can and you can't do. For example, Paula, can you play the piano?
Yes, I can.
Can you play the bass or the drums?
I can't. I can't. I
can't.
cannot. I can't.
Okay.
I cannot.
I cannot or I can't, no? With the T at the end to differentiate
Yes.
from can. Can, positive, can't, negative. Okay. Can you ride a bicycle, Paula?
Yes, I can.
Okay, do you have a bicycle?
Yes, I have in my house in La Plata.
Where do you live?
In
La
this
Plata?
moment, I live in Neiva.
Okay, right now you are living in Neiva, but you are from La Plata.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
How long does it take from La Plata to Neiva?
Usually I travel to La Plata the weekend.
No, listen to me. How long? How long does it
Okay.
take from La
Okay.
Plata to Neiva?
It's about 2 hours.
2 hours. Okay, it's near. It's near. And La
Yes.
Plata is hot? Like Neiva?
No, it's more cold than Neiva.
Okay, it's colder. No?
Colder. Yes.
Okay, and this is an example. Let me see here in order to share my screen, because this is a good example to take into account here. As I have said in different sessions, remember, you can, for example, like Paula said, you can say something like this, more cold. You can say that, and people are going to understand, you know, La Plata is more cold than, no, always, vice versa. Neiva, no, it's okay. La Plata is more cold than Neiva. You can say this and people are going to understand because look at the example. I think Samuel, Santiago, and Ingrid understood you, Paula. But this is wrong. Taking into account the grammar, this is wrong. No? This is not correct to say more cold. What is the correct one?
Older.
Older. No? In this case, correct one, the correct comparison or comparative is colder. No? So you can say it's more cold and people are going to understand you, but the correct one, the correct way to say that is colder, no? Colder than Neiva. And vice versa, Neiva is hotter than La Plata. And we have to take into account here how to write the words. No? When you are speaking, you say Neiva is hotter than La Plata and it's okay. But when you are writing, it's important to be very careful and using double T, no? Hotter, in order to make the comparison between Neiva and La Plata when you are going to compare two things, two cities, two places, two people, two animals, and in this case, two cities. Hotter is with double T, okay? So when you are speaking, you say hotter and it doesn't matter. But when you are writing a text, you have to be very careful and take into account this kind of spelling for spelling, okay? Let's continue. Samuel. Samuel,
Yes, teacher.
could you sleep last night?
Yes, very well.
Okay. Can you sleep 8 hours a day?
Not all the days.
Okay. How many hours do you usually sleep?
Maybe 6 or 7.
6 or 7 hours. Okay. Do you sometimes take a nap in the afternoon?
No, really, I can't sleep at a day.
During the day or along
During
the
the
day?
day.
Or along the day. Okay. And can you play an instrument?
Yes, I can.
What instrument?
I play saxophone, I play guitar, drums, bass drums.
Okay, but here we have 4 students. You play the guitar, the ukulele, the piano, the saxophone. Oh my God. You look like a band. You can play too many instruments. Okay, good, Samuel. Ingrid.
Yes.
Ingrid. Okay. You can penguins swim? Do you know? Ingrid. Penguins, the animals.
Penguins.
Yes.
Yes, they can. They can.
They can swim.
Yes, they
Okay.
can swim.
Okay. Can the kangaroos climb or jump or jump?
Yes, they can.
They can jump. Okay. Okay. Can you can you go to a restaurant this weekend?
Yes, I can go to a restaurant on Saturday, I think.
Okay. What kind of food do you prefer?
I prefer the meat.
The what?
The meat.
Ah, meat. Okay, meat.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Can you, Ingrid, can you go to a party this Saturday?
Can you repeat, please?
Can you go to a party this Saturday?
No, I can't.
Why?
Because on Friday, tomorrow, my mother will be in a surgery.
Surgery. Surgery.
Yes. And on Saturday night, I will rest with her.
Okay. Ingrid, can you play tennis?
Yes, I can.
Okay. How often do you play tennis?
3 times in a week. No,
A week.
a week.
Again.
A week. Yes.
3 times a week. Okay, and where do you play tennis?
I play in a club near of my house.
Okay, but it's tennis. No squash, no, it's tennis, right?
Tennis. Tennis.
Okay.
Field on the field? I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, the other one is table.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you dance salsa, Ingrid?
Yes, I can.
Okay. And do you like to dance salsa?
Yes, I like it.
Okay. Paula,
Tell me,
can you can the dinosaurs fly? You know?
can you repeat me, please?
Can the dinosaurs, the animals,
Okay. Yes.
can the dinosaurs fly?
No, they can't.
No, they can. Okay. If you are hungry, listen to me. If you are hungry, what can you eat?
If I'm hungry, I can eat a delicious hamburger.
Okay. Do you like junk food?
Yes, I like.
Yeah. How often do you eat hamburgers?
Usually in the weekend.
On the weekends.
On the
On
weekend.
the weekends. On the weekends. Okay. Samuel. Samuel,
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
if you are thirsty, what can you drink?
At first, water. Maybe if I have the possibility, a juice or another thing that is with sugar.
With sugar. Okay. With sugar. Samuel, can you speak French?
No. In
No?
my second school, they teach French, but it was so minimum, I can say.
A little or a little
Yes.
bit. A little, or you're going to say a little or a little bit. No? A little or a
Yes.
little bit. Okay. Can you speak English?
Yes, of course, I can.
Okay. What languages can you speak, Samuel?
Only English
And Spanish.
and Spanish. Yes.
Okay, you can speak English and Spanish, so you can speak two languages, not two languages. What language, Samuel, what language could you learn?
Maybe I would like to continue with French and maybe I don't know Japanese. I would like.
Okay, okay. Today or nowadays, Japanese, Chinese are appealing to young people, no? Because the K-pop or the J culture, the K culture and the J culture is in fashion. It's in fashion today. Okay, Samuel, Santiago, sorry, Santiago. Santiago, can you drive, Santiago?
Drive what?
A car.
A car and a motorbike too.
Okay. Can you park without any problem? A car.
Yeah,
Can you park a car without any problem?
yeah, I think so.
Of course. And can you drive, for example, from Bogota to Cartagena?
No, I don't have a license.
Okay, you don't have the license, so you can't drive. You can't drive outside the city, no, outside the city.
Yeah,
Okay. What sports can you play, Santiago?
full soccer and chess,
Chess or chess?
chess.
Chess or chess? Okay. And what is chess? What is the difference between chess and chess?
What?
What is the difference between chess and chess?
Uh, this is the food and chess is the sport.
Okay, chess is the sport and cheese is the food. No? And
Yeah,
this is the I is long. Cheese, not cheese. Okay. So you can play soccer and chess. Do you
yeah,
like chess?
yeah, I like chess.
Okay, people think that this is a this is that sport is for very smart people, no? For very smart people. Okay. Can you ride a motorcycle, Santiago?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. What motorcycle do you have?
Discover.
Discover?
Yeah,
Okay. What color is it?
red.
Red. Okay. How long have you had a motorcycle?
Repeat, please.
How long have you had your motorcycle?
I think 2 years.
3 years. Okay. You have had your motorcycle for 3 years. Have you had any accident? Your bike? Your motorcycle?
No, never, never.
No? Okay. Ingrid,
Yes.
when you lost your keys, what can you do?
I can search around me. I
Search or
can
look for, no? It's
look
the same.
for,
Search,
okay.
yes, both of them are correct. Search or look for.
Also, I can cry. And finally, I can ask people around me.
Okay, what can and what can't you do when you are stressed, Ingrid?
When I have stress, I can.
When I am. I
When
have
I
no,
am?
yeah. Stressed.
Okay.
Yes.
When I am stressed, I can do yoga and meditation. I can breathe and count to one of these. And I can't fight with others. And definitely I can't speak loudly.
Okay, Paula, final question for you. What
Yes.
can you do when you are sick? What can you do when you are sick? And what can't you do when you are sick?
When I'm sick, I can drink water, and I can't go out when the sun is in the middle of the
Shining,
sky. Yes, when
shining,
the sun is.
when the sun is shining, okay? When it's
Yes.
in the middle of the sky, it means that the sun is shining, okay?
Okay.
Okay, good. Samuel, your final question. What can you do when you have a cold?
A what?
And what
Sorry.
can't you do when you have a cold?
What is that?
Okay, let me see. Let me share my screen in order for you to look at the question, and maybe you know what is that. This one.
I like being sick.
Yes, but it's special illness, no?
Yes.
What can you do when you have a cold?
Yes.
And what can't you do when you have a cold?
I can sleep, maybe,
Okay.
and I can't run. When I am like that, I can't wake up too much.
Okay. That was Santiago or Samuel? Sorry.
Samuel.
Santiago or Samuel? Samuel. Okay, and Santiago, what can you do? What can you do? Okay. When you are in a rush. You know what is a rush?
No, what is lush?
I'm going to share my screen again in order for you guys to look at this one, rush. Anyone knows what is a rush? What can you do when you are, oh gosh, when you are in a rush? Anyone knows? No? No one? When you are in a rush is when you, for example, you have to go to the office at 8 a.m. and it's 7:40 and you are at home, you are still at home. So you have to run, you have to drive your car fastly in order to get there. You are in a rush, donde está afanado, donde está apurado. So, okay, what can you do when you are in a rush? And what can't you do when you are in a rush?
I can drive faster, and I can't, I don't know, spend time in other things, maybe.
Okay, you can't spend time or waste time. Maybe you can say waste time. You know what is waste time? There is expression which is spend time, ¿no? Spend time, gastar tiempo o pasar tiempo, ¿no? Pero es algo positivo. And waste time is the negative. Es lo negativo, que es malgastar el tiempo, ¿no? So spend time, pasar tiempo, gastar tiempo. For example, you can say spend time with my family. It's a good thing. But when you say waste time, it's bad. Es malgastar el tiempo. Okay, guys, so it's 8 o'clock and we have finished for today. That's over. This session is over, it's up. So see you next Tuesday. See you next Tuesday. Have a good night. Bye-bye, guys.
Thank
Bye,
you, teacher.
teacher.
Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye,
Have a
teacher.
good
Thank
night
you.
too.
Okay, see you.